everyone, this is Eugene Roddenberry.
Dr. Mohammed Noor.
Hi, this is Susan Sackett.
This is Fred Bronson.
Madam Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy's son.
This is Leonard Crowfoot.
This is Dr. Aaron McDonald, Star Trek Science Advisor and Lieutenant Commander McDonald on Star Trek Prodigy.
And you're listening to
Humanist Trek.
Humanist Trek.
You're listening to Humanist Trek,
the Humanist Trek Podcast.
And you're listening to
Humanist Trek,
a fabulous, fabulous show.
Enjoy.
And don't worry, you can do your Temporal Mechanics 101 homework later.
But today we're going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, Fort Collins Comic-Con is coming up. My brain just glitched.
I'm like, I was going to say, Sarah just glitched because she just went blank.
And I'm not even high.
Perhaps I could use this as an excuse to go to those far-off planets with little polka-dotted people if necessary, and be able to talk about love, war, nature, God, sex, all those things that go to make up the excitement of the human condition.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Welcome aboard.
Jean-Luc Picard to the Starship Enterprise.
You want to review your rapid progress?
That nonsense is centuries behind us. To the Starship Enterprise.
Oh, yeah?
That is enough, damn it!
Tempo, mon capitan.
To the Starship Enterprise.
You can't deny that you're still a dangerous, savage child race.
Of the planet Earth.
You just don't get it, do you, Jean-Luc? That is the exploration that awaits you. Not mapping stars and studying nebula, but charting the unknown possibilities of existence.
And welcome to Humanist Trek. It's a comedy Star Trek podcast about the humanism in Star Trek. I'm Sarah Ray.
And I'm Allie Ash.
And I'm sorry that you all have had to wait so long.
Sarah's so mean.
Oh, come on. It's fun. I'm having a blast. And it's summer. People need a break, right? I will tell you.
We need a break. We need a break.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, an episode a week is a commitment, okay? And we have other jobs and shit, like this isn't our only thing. So thanks, everybody. It's been nice to have a break. We're going to get back to your regularly scheduled programming soon. But today we're going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, Fort Collins Comic-Con is coming up, and we want to see you there. This year, it's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 days this year. And if you go to fococomiccon.com, F-O-C-O, comiccon.com, or go look at the events on our website, and you'll get all the details. They have not, as of this recording, posted the schedules or any of the 2026 stuff that's supposed to come this week. They're doing a complete website overhaul. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be like a brand new website, is my understanding. But we do know that we will be tabling. We do know that we will be hosting a panel like we've done every year that we've been there. So it's going to be a good time. We always enjoy seeing, familiar faces that we see every year when we go up there. And we want to see you too. So come on out to Fort Collins Comic-Con. Now let's time travel to the past, and I'll tell you about TrekFest.
It looked like a blast.
God, we had so much fun. You have to go next year.
Oh, well, maybe I'll make the trek to Iowa.
So this is in Riverside, Iowa. The Riverside Area Community Club and the city put this thing on. They have completely leaned into the lore that Captain James T. Kirk was born in Riverside, Iowa.
It's true now. It's not even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It never happened, but because it's such a big deal in the sci-fi community, it's now true.
So this comes from, I'm stealing this out of the Wikipedia, so take this for what it's worth. But in 1985, Riverside, Iowa petitioned Roddenberry and Paramount Pictures for permission to adopt Kirk as their town's future son. Mm-hmm. Shatner and Roddenberry approved the proposal. Paramount wanted $40,000 for a license to reproduce a bust of Kirk, but the city instead set a plaque and built a replica of the Enterprise named the USS Riverside. Mm-hmm. And the Riverside Area Community Club holds the annual TrekFest in anticipation of Kirk's birthday. Mm-hmm. So, interestingly, they do have not just a bust, they have a whole ass statue of Kirk. But this speaks a lot to Paramount's super tight control over their IP. Back in this was in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So
$40,000 in the 80s. Goodness.
that there are fan productions that were shut down. People were making their own Star Trek in the Star Trek universe films, and Paramount came in and said, knock that the fuck off. It's kind of a shame to a fandom that is so loyal to the franchise.
Yeah.
To be that tight controlled over it. But again, like, this makes me think back to the Roddenberry as a Disney type, where when the creator is no longer in control and it's just a corporation, you lose the humanity in it a lot of times. And you look at what's happening now with the Ellisons taking over, like, it's only getting worse.
It's all
we
about
live in
the money grab. It's the money grab.
Yeah. We live in a corporatocracy, and that's deeply unfortunate, and it's harming all of us. And so fucking vote like you care. Anyway, we had a great fucking time. The park is full. We were in a tent, so the vendor area is in a tent behind the Casey's General Store in the park. And there's a bandstand pavilion that was like adjacent to us, so we could hear all the things going on the main stage the whole weekend. Made it a little difficult to record sometimes.
What kind of things were going on the main stage?
First of all, the Trek stars that were there, and we didn't really interact with any of them. Denise Crosby was there, Robbie Duncan McNeil, Garrett Wong, Bonnie Gordon, who we did interact with. She is a fucking delight, and we're gonna have her on the show sometime. We chatted a little bit about that. And she is the voice of the computer on Star Trek Prodigy.
Cool.
But she is one of those actors that just got swept up into the Star Trek universe, knew what she was getting into, and leaned in hard. She sang. She also has CDs and shit that she sells. She sang multiple sets a day. She was up on that stage. Like, anytime there wasn't something going on, and they would just be like, Bonnie, do you want to come up here and do some songs? And she was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, she was so great.
Awesome. What did she sing?
She did a lot of different things, but she does parody. Let me see if I can find some examples.
Not like parody of other songs?
She does one called Now You Have the Bridge, Spock, which is Hit Me With Your Best Shot. So things like that, right? There was one that was all about Klingon something or other that was really good.
That's so cool.
Anyway, she's absolutely wonderful, and I think she would be a blast to have on. She's a Star Trek fan, right? So she would be the kind of guest that could come in on any episode, even though she didn't get involved until very recently. So I think about, some of the actors that I would only have them on for the series that they were in, or but I would have her on for anything. She was great.
Okay, let's do it.
So let me back up and start with, we arrived in the morning, and the very first thing we did was we went to the Voyage Home Museum, and the Voyage Home Museum is really cool. They have all kinds of collectibles and shit behind glass. There was a mock transporter that you can stand on and push a button and it makes the sounds and lights come on and shit like that. They had a captain's chair and a couple of the two forward positions on the TOS bridge that you could go sit in and take pictures and shit. I uploaded all these pictures from the bathroom, sitting on the toilet. It looks like there's the front of the bridge in front of you with the two Chekhov and Sulu stations and the view screen on the wall from sitting on the toilet. It was great.
Gosh.
In that museum was Sandy Gimple, who you know as one of the butthead aliens from The Cage, right? And the Salt Monster as well. And so we chatted with her for a little bit. She's a fucking delight too. I would totally love to do just, an interview with her. That she would probably be game for. She was a stunt actor,
really,
primarily, yeah. So we chatted with her for a little bit. She was a lot of fun, and while we were waiting in line for John Paladin, and John Paladin did my makeup.
Dr. Flox. Yeah, that looked so good. That looked amazing.
It did, until I started sweating.
Did it come off? Was it one of those where you could sleep in it and
I could, if we had been indoors all day, I could have.
Mhm.
But it was outside hot, and I had to go set up our booth and all that shit, and so I got all
Mhm.
hot and sweaty, and the makeup started to run, and yeah.
But you still have the mask, right? So you gonna no?
No, I didn't keep it. No,
Oh no. You can
no.
reuse that.
I didn't have exactly what I needed to take it off,
Mm.
so it got, they tell you to keep the edges intact when you take it off, but you have to use like almost pure rubbing alcohol.
Alcohol that
It
90
has to
proof.
be over 90 something, yeah. And
Mhm.
we didn't have that. So anyway, it was fun. It was one of those deals where like, and I don't know if you had the same experience when you did the Klingon makeup, but like, okay, I've done that now, and I don't know how these fuckers did it every day,
Yeah.
because that's ridiculous.
I mean, if they were paying me enough, I would do it every day.
Well, sure, yeah.
That's how they did it every day.
But yes, that's true. But also, like, I was listening to the Delta Flyers episode recently. They were out like on location in California, sweating their asses off,
Mhm.
and that's just not having prosthetics on your head. Then when then
Yeah.
the actors that have shit glued to them, like that's even worse.
Yeah, you could pass out. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
health hazard in a way because your skin can't breathe. So you
Yep.
have to make sure you're keeping cool and stay hydrated.
Hmm. So this is fan makeup, right? So it's not to the level of
Yeah.
that they do on actual television. You can see some seams. It doesn't perfectly blend in with your skin. It peels up quickly, and so I put he had options. He had Klingons, of course, and a lot of people did Klingon.
Mm-hmm.
Super popular. The only thing, he was great. The only thing that I was not impressed with was he put the hair on crooked.
Mm.
So they put the thing on, the forehead piece, and he glues that down, and then at the top of it's just sticking out. And so then he takes a half wig or a
Mhm.
3/4 or whatever and glues that down on the edge of the face piece
Right.
and flips it back. And it was like completely crooked
Oh no, I didn't notice in the photos.
to the point where we had to go out in the parking lot, and Becca pulled out a pair of scissors and trimmed up the long side. If you look at the first
Oh.
pictures before we left, you can tell if you look closely, if you look for it. So he's better with makeup than he is with hair. That's fine. It was great. It was totally fucking worth it.
Cool.
Glad that I did it. Next time, it'll be a Bajoran nose or ears, something small.
Something because it's hot.
Because it's hot. I was setting up our booth, and I was sweating so much that the sweat pooling up on my forehead found a hole in the adhesive
Mm-hmm.
where it was glued to my eyebrows
Mm-hmm.
and was dripping down my face. It was
Yeah.
gross. Yeah. So it was worth it. It was fun.
I danced in the Klingon mask,
Mhm.
and I kept it on for like a day and a half. I slept in it.
Yeah. I was gonna, but then we got back to the hotel, and I was just like, nah,
fuck this.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. Maybe if I'd like gotten high and stopped caring about anything, it wouldn't have annoyed me as much. But again, like just
hot.
the makeup and stuff had run too, because he doesn't color match the application to your skin.
Right.
He makeups your whole skin.
Right.
So, so I had makeup everywhere, and it was like fucking just dripping.
So the prosthetic, was it just like the eye and nose?
It
the
was
forehead?
It was the forehead, came around, eyes, nose.
Okay.
And then there were two pieces on the bottom of my earlobe, two pieces, one on each side of my earlobe, and a chin piece, a little triangle thing on my chin.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun, and we had a lot of great conversation while it was happening, which was really cool. He worked in radio. I worked in radio. We had that in common. What did he call the orange what? Do you remember? I think it was something like the orange shit gibbon or something like that.
Oh.
But he did not have kind things to say about our president.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, you're my people. He does not necessarily look like he would be your people.
Mm-hmm.
because of just, his look. His look is very, I don't know what the word for it is, but he looks like fucking Indiana Jones or something. I don't know. He always wears that hat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, he was awesome. It was great. Totally worth doing. And again, he did J.G. Hertzler's Klingon makeup. Klingon is kind of his forte. That's just what he has the most experience with. And so when I said I want to do the Denobulan and do Phlox, he was like, "Oh, sweet. I don't ever get to do that. Like and anybody wants is Klingon." So like
that's
he's
cool.
like, I don't get to do that very often. I'm like, "All right, cool. That's great. I love it." We got that done. We went outside, we fixed the hair. We dicked around for a little bit and we went to go set up. And so essentially there were just a bunch of tables under the tent and it was kind of a cluster.
Right.
But when you realize like it's all volunteer, this is not a,
not paid, not a production like Comic-Con. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like Creation Entertainment. It's not Fan Expo. It's a small town putting on a fun little convention. We forgot, how that is. You go anywhere to do an event, you always forget something. We forgot hangers to hang all the shirts up with.
Yeah.
Note to self, pack the hangers. But there is a whole album of photos that you can go on the website and look at. And I'm trying to look now to see if that's live. I figured out how to get to it without having the direct link. Like if you go to the 2025 pictures link and change 2025 to change TrekFest 40 to TrekFest 41. At the local church, there was a screening. There was a performance of the Khan, the musical. Denise Crosby did a talk there after they screened Trekkies, the documentary Trekkies. And then Denise Crosby did a Q&A after that and some signings. If you see that first picture of John doing a Klingon makeup, that is, she was behind me in line.
Yep, I saw her.
She did a B'Elanna cosplay. She was behind us in line and chatted with us the whole time. Sandy Gimple.
I see Garrett. Whoa.
There's another Klingon being made up. Khan the musical. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot going on. Pickleball, I don't know what that's got to do with anything. But then they had these local bands that played on the stage too.
I see Khan the musical. They're in church.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
a church.
they are in a church. Yep. Yep. They had special themed drinks like the Delta Flyer citrus wheat.
Nice.
You see there on the glass and commemorative cut glasses or whatever. And then these local bands that were not really Star Trek specific, right? They were just bands. Then you had the next day, there was a 5K in the morning. The parade was a lot of fun too. So we kind of dipped off from our booth to go watch the parade. And it was like every small town parade that I've ever been to or in from where I grew up. I mean, and that's the other thing. This place was triggering. It was like going home. Like you see,
I would imagine.
There's one picture that's like Riverside Grain and Feed Company. That's a Kent, franchise. And from our booth, you could see the grain elevator. Like it was like going home. It really was. So then you have this parade, which was like a mix of a Star Trek parade and a 4th of July-ish parade and an election year parade. Like anything you can think, a small town. Yeah. All the local businesses that drove their work trucks or whatever to promote their business, like all of that.
And why shouldn't they? Because it's a small town.
Exactly.
I'm looking at this cat dressed with a wig on.
Let me tell you about the cat. Where is it?
With the wig on.
The cat was deaf.
Oh.
And very vocal. Just meowed its fucking little head off all the time. They came by and visited us. We got to say hi to the cat.
What a cute.
Yes.
It's a calico. Oh, adorable.
Absolutely love it. The cat was so sweet. There will be familiar faces after I play for you the videos.
Okay.
That you will see in like the costume contest.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The USS Riverside. That is the model is a trailer that they drive around in the parade, which is fun. There was also a giant elephant and a giant donkey as the local, because it's an election year. So the political parties and all the candidates were in the parade too. There was this Who Mourns for Adonais. That was great. So it was in the back of a truck. It was it was on display, but they drove it around in the back of a pickup truck, and it is a large scale model of the USS Enterprise with a giant green hand.
With a hand. I love it.
So good. There's Bonnie Gordon doing her thing on stage.
Awesome. Is she like up in the air? Is she jumping?
Yeah. Oh, she has the most energy. Let me tell you a sweet story about Robbie. So this is the picture I'm showing you now. This is under the vendor's tent. So we were like on this corner and they were on the opposite corner doing signings outside. And between us was another vendor who had, Star Trek toys and shit. And this little kid came up and bought a pack of cards, like collectible cards, Star Trek collectible cards. And the one on top was Tom Paris. And so the vendor said to the kid, like, this one right here on top, that's that guy right over there. That's him. So, like maybe you could get him to sign it. Well, maybe you could get in line and pay for a, he didn't give any instructions. He was just like, that's the guy. You should see if
he didn't realize you got to pay for it. Yeah.
The kid was,
free.
Yeah,
Just
no,
a
he was,
baby.
yeah, just a baby. So this kid walks up behind Robbie, stands next to him. Robbie signs the card for him.
Oh, of course.
Yep. There was a big long line, but they had this moment, this interaction that was just, the kid will take that forever. And that just tells you the kind of guy that Robbie is. Robbie and Garrett did a Q&A on the main stage. They also, Bonnie, okay. They were yelling something about their series being the best or whatever, and Bonnie was just shouting shit. She's such an instigator. She was just being ornery the whole time. So then they judged the costume contest, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Delta Flyers.
There was a huge contingent of Delta Flyers fans, all in their Delta Flyers shirts, that showed up to, meet with Garrett and Robbie.
That's amazing.
There's the USS Riverside trailer, and it sits parked out in front of the Voyage Home Museum. So if you're driving through town, you stop, take a picture with it. Let's do quickly some costumes. Garrett hosted the cosplay contest, Garrett and Robbie. There's a fun one. Cerritos hockey players. I love a Star Trek uniform with a kilt. I think those look great. That's Scotty
awesome.
inspired. There's a Arachnia.
Oh, Arachnia.
The Niners baseball jersey from Deep Space Nine.
Oh, that's a great idea. I think I might have to try that, doing that one.
Yeah, and you can just buy that off the rack. They sell those. These guys, we also interviewed. They reminded me a lot of, do you remember when we made that car talk joke about beep and boop down in engineering? That's what these guys reminded me of.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Galt. Do you remember Galt and the Thralls?
Yeah. Galt of the Thrall or whatever. Galt
was the guy who was in charge of the
game. The
games, right? The gamesters of Triskelion. And the Thralls were the slaves or whatever that were forced to fight. There's a Klingon.
Oh, I know her.
Who?
The woman in the middle.
In the brown?
Yeah.
From the cruise? From
the cruise, from STOV. Yep. I know her.
That's awesome.
I have photos of her. If it's got to be the same woman. It looks like the same woman. She's always in makeup. I think. Yeah.
Okay, so now the Thralls.
Yeah, the baked potato breast lady.
Yes. Yes. Look how great their costumes are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're so fucking good. Like, and I knew, right, that was another deep cut, right? It's one episode, but if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We got some furries. See, there's the Delta Flyers people that were all
Nice.
little Odo. Okay, now this one's great too.
I've
You'll
never
notice
see anyone. He's got a bucket.
he's in a bucket.
I never see anyone with Odo dressed like Odo.
Look, they carry him out in the bucket.
Hilarious! And you can only do that if you're that small.
Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's that. Then while we were set up, we did something that we have tried to do or talked about doing before, but we're not always very successful with it, which is to try to get people on microphone, on camera, to talk with us about Star Trek. We decided to do that, and so we put up a sign, question of the day, talk to us about the Star Trek values and how they've impacted your life.
And maybe we can do that at Fort Collins.
Yes, if there's room. The problem with Fort Collins is the booth space is half the size of what we normally have anywhere else.
Yeah, true. And you'll stop traffic.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we can try. We'll see.
My name is Greg. I'm from Silvis, Illinois. I think one of the parts that's been most impactful to me is like specifically the Trill idea of like the multiple lives and like the gathering of life experience to all of that, and that there is so much life to partake in. And I've really taken that to heart and tried to let my life be bigger because of it.
Oh, wow. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Right? That's a good one. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Michael Farah, and I am from Madison, Wisconsin. And I like to think that the best parts of my personality come from Star Trek. But I wouldn't say that generally I've learned everything from Star Trek. But the one thing that is the most important for me is the idea of IDIC, infinite diversity and infinite combinations, which is a Vulcan saying. And just the idea that all creatures have value, and that the best way forward is through cooperation and through, and this transcends humanism. Humanism just deals with human beings, right? But the best way forward is through cooperation and the free exchange of ideas.
Cool. I love it.
I would only quibble a little bit with the that it applies only to humans.
I think what he was saying was that you say humanism. I think he was saying that it means everything instead of,
he's saying that humanism is concerned with humans.
Right. But he feels
and
like
not
it's
other
everywhere.
living beings.
Right.
But humanism does actually, like it's a bad branding because it has the human in the name, but it really is when you talk about like environmentalism and like caring for the planet and other species and
any other species that we might encounter that we don't even know about. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's not just about the human experience.
What could we
has
call it? What can we call
expanded to, I know, right?
That's so cool.
All right. So that was a good one. I like that. This was, I really feel like this was such a good group of people who decided to talk on camera.
Yeah.
You know, I think you have, we have some obviously queer people.
Mm-hmm.
We have some disabled people, and you have people of color. Like it was a good mix of
that's amazing
backgrounds and experiences, and the ideas that come from that really do, I think, encapsulate what Star Trek is all about. So here's the next one. And some people I had to coax into being on camera by using
Giving
my emotional support tribble. Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Ray. I'm from Inland Empire, California. Oh, fun. Yeah. Star Trek has influenced me in a way that I feel like only other Trekkies will understand, because, I felt a lot of times, either alone or othered, or like no one really understood me, or that like I had no place like here. I'm like, I was meant to be born 200 years from now on a starship, like serving Starfleet. That's like, and I've made so many friends from Star Trek too. I feel like when you meet a Trekkie, that's like an instant friend. and you can it's a good way to make friends. It was like the ground zero for fandom, and that informed how I kind of made friends like through the rest of my life. I got into Star Trek when I was very young. I was probably about like 10 when because I grew up on Enterprise, and the like 2009 film that came out, that was like one of my favorites at the time. Yeah, I had a massive crush on Spock, so of course. Oh, wow. Yeah. But yeah, Star Trek has influenced me in so many different ways, in the ways that I see the world, in the ways that I approach things that are different or that I don't understand. You know, approaching it with curiosity and empathy, and just like, you know, at the end of the day, we're all more similar than we are different. Yes. So yeah, that's really how Star Trek's influenced my life.
Right?
Yeah, I love it. That's amazing.
Belonging, empathy. Yeah. Yeah. We're all more alike than we are different.
They're my favorite one so far.
So good. And so far we've had Illinois, Wisconsin, California, in Iowa.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's a draw.
I feel like we need to do a Humanist Trek LGBTQ shirt of some kind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get in on that rainbow capitalism.
Yeah, well, we should. And if we can get some before Fort Collins, probably not, but
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do need to order some other stuff for Fort Collins, because the We Come in Peace or whatever shirts are the most popular shirts we have.
So yeah, we got to get more of those, more options, and then we got to come up with a rainbow or some sort of LGBTQ. It doesn't have to be a rainbow, but it can be some snarky saying.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, cool.
All right, here's your next one.
I'm Isabel from Newton, Iowa, and Star Trek has not only taught me to be a decent person to those who are not like you, but to accept those who are different from you, which, as a person with a disability, that is a major point into why I went into Star Trek, because there are a lot of different able-bodied people. I mean, you have Officer LaForge, who is blind, and then you have Data, who represents autism. Even though he's an android, he represents autism. And you can learn how to get along with people of all types of pathways. And I mean, you have Worf, who is... Can you tell I watch Next Generation?
I'm a Next Gen kid.
And then you have Worf, who is orphaned and, historically speaking, does not get along with the Federation, but is. And he is accepted and he is respected and loved by other people who are not like him, who have historically demonized his people. So.
My favorite thing about Geordi is that Gene's approach was,
yes,
this is not a problem to be fixed.
Correct.
We don't want to fix the blind problem and make it go away. We want to change society.
Yes.
To make it okay for people who are different to exist and be equals and do all the
correct.
Things
Yes.
as everybody else. That's what I love.
Yes, I agree.
How he approached that character.
I agree. No, there's something very special about Geordi. Well, there's something special about all of the different characters. Everyone brings in something unique about what needs to be done on a quote-unquote mission. Every episode has something new to bring to you, and all of the episodes, not even just Next Generation, but all of the episodes of the original series and forward. Even the new movies that were made in 2016 still have things that people still need to learn today. I think it should be watched by everybody, but that's just my opinion.
Everyone's so eloquent, and that's amazing. I'm quite pleased.
This sure sounds like some DEI shit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When did Star Trek get so woke?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you join us at Fort Collins, and we got to get that put together too.
I think part of that should be maybe showing them putting together a cohesive clip of this and showing them this is part of the panel.
Here's what fans think.
Yeah.
So I did release this as a supercut, edited down and put together on our socials. So that video exists, and we can just hit play. That would be
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Yep. All right. Here's Beep and Boop from Starship Talk.
I'm Jamie Herbert. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I work at the VA.
I'm Greg Lewis, also from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Currently work tech support for a cell phone company. I guess the biggest thing I've always enjoyed from Star Trek is that we all kind of work together toward a common goal. We're all we can do it. We can fix it if we all work together. And of course, the diversity is what makes us great.
Exactly. Roddenberry even talked about celebrating diversity. I think that's an important one. We're all different people, but we all have the same goal.
Beep and Boop.
Fucking, there you go again. More woke shit. Diversity. Yeah.
Beep and Boop. You heard it here first from Beep and Boop.
Yes. All right. And now I've saved my favorite for last. And I will play this clip for you, and then I will tell you what happened later.
Okay.
Okay, I am Scott from Davenport, Iowa. Star Trek has brought me to realize not only the logic versus emotion, but the rationale behind it, the humanity, the ethics of humanity of what it should be. Not just warring because of color, race, etc. and so forth, but to bring together as a human species in order to evolve.
This is amazing. Like I can think of my own reasons and your own reasons, but when we hear all these other ideas and what everyone else gets from it, it gives me chills.
Yeah. Yeah. And it reinforces to me it is a humanist Star Trek.
Yeah.
The things that people are taking away from it. I'm not prompting them. Tell me how humanism is in Star Trek. I'm saying, how did Star Trek affect you in your life?
And they come to it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's truly amazing.
Yeah. Also, can we just talk about how great my nails looked?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice them until now.
I had a cat eye.
Oh, I've got
on.
cat eye too. That's
Do
like the
you?
thing. Yeah. So they look holographic.
Yeah. I had never seen it done before.
Me either.
That is the trippiest witchy shit that I've seen in a long time. Yes.
They do the magnet. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
They can make like shapes and lines and shit with that too.
I'm totally
impressive.
This is my go-to from now on. I'm never doing dip again. I don't give a shit about any of that other stuff.
Mhm.
This is the thing. This is what I want.
I made the mistake of doing acrylic when I should have just said do my nails.
Yeah.
And let them grow out naturally, because now my nails are all thin and brittle and like I have to start all over. But
yeah, I can only do dip once a year because then that just destroys. Even though
Yes.
dip isn't as bad as acrylic, because acrylic they really shave the shit out of
Yeah,
your
they
nails
do.
down.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep. All right. You recognize her from the costume contest.
I'm Daniela, and I'm from Davenport, Iowa. And I would say that representation matters. And so being able to see a Black woman just do her thing and just be boss, that's something special. But also to see the original series and see that it's every episode that I've watched has always been current, regardless of if it was, in the 60s or 70s or whatever. It's always been current. And so I really enjoy that.
So let me tell you, Daniela and Scott are my favorite people, my favorite humans from TrekFest. So they were walking around and we had our little thing set up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I anytime I saw anybody in costume, I like freaked out and hollered and was like, oh my God, come take pictures with us. Sam, that I showed you pictures of before from Academy. I was like, oh my God, Sam. I screamed across the park, and she turned around like, oh my God, what? She was great. We had a great conversation with her too. So Daniela and Scott come up and I'm like, oh, come take pictures and let's, why don't you do this thing and whatever. But so anyway, we chatted and they were great. And like at the end of day 2, then they came back and she was like, can I give you a hug?
No.
And we just had a beautiful human connection moment.
No.
which is what going to these things is all about. I got the feeling that this may have been the first time that she was out amongst her nerdy people.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I don't know that for true, but that's just kind of the vibe I got.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I hope that those interactions reinforced to her in that same way that, like, yeah, we're your people. You are among your people. You are safe here. You are one of us. We are all the same.
Yeah.
And we're here because of the shared experience and values and all of the things that all of these people have said throughout the weekend. That's what it's all about, and that's why we're here. And it was just, I love her so much. They were just so
Aw,
great.
amazing.
Yep.
I hope she comes next year because I'll definitely come. I'll have to figure out a way to balance this and STOV and Fort Collins because they're like boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
And yeah, I'll have to figure out some logistics there.
Yeah. Oh, this is the slideshow thing that I made. Let me just go ahead and load that up because there's some things to talk about in there too. Me with a Gorn. I want a Gorn mask.
I was gonna
so
say
bad.
I want the
A
suit.
whole costume.
I wanna go for once to one of these Trek fests or
Yep.
events where no one can see who I am.
Yes.
I've never been able to do that. I want to figure out a full costume where I won't sweat myself to death.
Good luck with that.
But also I can fuck with people and they don't know who I am.
Exactly. Yes. Here's their little transporter thing in the museum.
Nice. Oh, and you got buttons.
Command chair. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're like fucking easy buttons from Staples.
Yeah. They totally are.
Yeah.
Dr. Fox.
So you can see the little earpieces look like the fucking worms that they put in Chekhov's head on
those little
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That just glues to your earlobe, and then the little chin piece on the bottom. See how the hair is longer on the one side than the yeah.
You could just say it's just an asymmetrical cut.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like those denobulin.
Some of the people we didn't talk about yet. Dayton Ward and Kevin Dillmore. They are a writing duo. Dayton Ward is an author. He has a new book out, Star Trek Picard book. To Defy Fate is the name of the book, Star Trek Picard. To Defy Fate. And you can pick that up from our bookshop.org link on our website. Highly recommend that you get that. I chatted with them a little bit. It was great. And you got to come next year, and we got to bring Bruce with us, and we got to cosplay something together.
Yeah. Okay.
I know, right? Before I decided on denobulin, I was almost convinced of just doing Bajoran nose. But then I thought, well, I wear glasses, so will you even be able to really see or tell? Like, that wouldn't, I don't know. But what I was going to do was I was going to get the Bajoran nose, and then just as people came up to the booth or randomly throughout the day, just grab people by the ear and tell them that their paw is strong or whatever. You know, like
your paw is strong. So we could do, like, there's so many. I think we should definitely do it. If all three of us are doing something next year, we should do some sort of deep cut where everyone looks at the three of us and think, oh my God, that's amazing.
Right.
We could do Q. We could do that fucking Bajoran priestess woman that everyone hates. What's her name?
Oh, Kai Wynn.
Kai Wynn, Q, and some other high priest. That would be kind of cool. The Trinity. We call ourselves the Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
What?
We could do like what's the Kawat Malat, or maybe one of us would be a Kawat Malat. One would be Kai Wynn and the other one would be Q. You know, I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to definitely think.
Well, we got a year, so
Yeah.
we'll take suggestions. podcast@humanisttrek.com or call and text us in 920-550-TREK. Let us know what you think the three of us should cosplay as together. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yep, and then we could do the cosplay contest.
Yeah, the three
together
of us.
as a group.
We'd be the Holy Trinity. Seriously.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I guess this is sort of a public service announcement / promotion. I don't really know. I don't know how to describe this, but something happened while we were at TrekFest, and that is in the vendor area, there was also another author set up, Judy Cross, who wrote a book called Starfleet from the Beginning. And I have a copy of this. It's a quick read, very thin book. This is a book about Kirk, Spock, Bones, and the other 4 original Star Trek characters. It starts with their birth, how they lived, and how they ended up at Starfleet Academy before starting their lives on the USS Enterprise. I found this book on our table and in our booth, and I thought, oh, maybe she just dropped it off to, as a nice, hey, you do a podcast, maybe we could, whatever. But then I opened it up, and it says, to Dana, Judy Cross. So Judy has signed a book to Dana. Dana, if you're out there, I have your book, and I'd love to get it back to you if that's, if we can find Dana. Put the word out on your social media that I have Dana's copy of Starfleet from the Beginning by Judy Cross, and I will totally fucking mail it to you. Just get in touch with us. We'd love for you to have it back.
That would be, I hope we can find her.
Yeah.
Okay, Midwest listeners, do your thing.
Yep. Get out on the Subspace Network and help us find Dana. So I guess that concludes our convention wrap up for the moment. Again, it's about a month to Fort Collins, so come see us there.
About a month to STLV, although I won't have any boothing or equipment. I'm just going for fun, but we'll definitely pass out some of our cards and hey, give us a listen.
Hell yeah. So thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for your patience while we're dicking around during the summer. We're honestly though, if you're not a patron, we're having so much fun with Game Daddy Bruce over on the Patreon playing Star Trek Adventures. We just recorded another one this morning, and it's so much fun. We're having a great time. We're
finding our groove of this game, but I think we're getting there. It's fun.
Anyway, join us on Patreon. Join us at Fort Collins, and maybe you'll hear your voice on Humanist Trek.
Do you seek
live long and prosper, bitches? Oh yeah, what did we saying?
Do you seek Jamaharan?
What do I say at the end of the show? No, that was last season. Allie says, do you seek Jamaharan?
And you don't
Resistance is futile.
Okay, bored.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Humanist Trek is available wherever you replicate your podcast. Follow us on all the social medias at Humanist Trek. Become a patron at patreon.com/humanisttrek. Open hailing frequencies to podcast@humanisttrek.com and visit our website, humanisttrek.com. Humanist Trek is a production of Sarah Austin Media.